Hi everyone. I did a video the other day. Some of you may have seen it on climate change. I did it. It's like the fourth in a four-part series that I did on it. And one of the things I noticed in the comments of all of the videos I've done so far on climate change, or whenever I've mentioned it, is that there is a section of people that, let's just say, it brings out the most colourful imagination in these people. Now, that is the best thing I can possibly explain it. I'm not disparaging or critical, overly critical of people like that anymore. But that's just from what the months of doing this has taught me is there's a lot of conspiracies out there that are true. There's a lot. There's a conspiracy right now to publish fake news in The Guardian, so it gives people consent for the Americans to go and torture Julian Assange and maybe even kill him. That's a conspiracy right now that many people will say I'm a fruitcake, but it's true. That's not a theory, that's true. So there are lots of conspiracies and they happen right in front of us. So I can understand how people can make the leap from just going, listen, not everything is true, to everything I'm being told is true and a lie, and get suckered into thinking certain ways about certain conspiracies. And this one, the chemtrail conspiracy, is something that many people keep mentioning on my videos of climate change. Now, I don't know whether these people are trolling for attention or anything like that. And I was going to actually show some of their comments and make fun of them, but I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to be a Ricky Gervais, you know, and just construct things around stuff people say on Twitter or people comment on YouTube videos. But like I say, there are conspiracies in the mainstream. So I can understand why people would think and believe things that are just false. I can understand it. Not everything is a conspiracy there. And there are certain things that I just, eject out of hand. There's no need to. There's no need to actually look into the chemtrail conspiracy any further than I already have. And that is not much. It really isn't. I haven't investigated it, and I haven't had to. So for anybody who really does believe in this fairy tale, which would sit well in The Guardian at the moment, actually, alongside its articles on Julian Assange, because they're not true either. What I would say to the people who believe this is, honestly, I would like to ask them a question. How old is the universe? How old is it? Because if your answer to that is 6,000 years old, then I know you're a kook. I know you're somebody who thinks like Sarah Palin. I know I'm not going to reach you. But if your answer is billions of years old, or to be more accurate, 13.7 or 13.8 billion years old, then I know that you must have some modicum of critical thinking and must understand that science has explained that. That's why we know that. Because science and mathematical equations have told us that the universe is 13.8 billion years old. And the reason that we know that is because that's how far we can see. Because actually, if you look back in time, because light travels at a constant speed over distance, I think it's something like 2 million kilometers a year. But because it travels at a constant speed over distance, and it stretches as well, the wave stretches towards the red end of the spectrum, we can calculate how far from the furthest point that we can see, which goes back in time, is 13.7 billion years. So we can calculate that. Science has calculated it almost, well, with actually, alarming accuracy when you think of 13.8 billion years. And we know that we're looking back in history. For instance, when you look at a star in the sky, I know a lot of you will know this stuff, but if you're looking at a star in the sky, you're not looking at it how it is now, how it looks now. You're actually looking at it in history. Because if it's 50 light years away, the star is, then that light took 50 years to actually reach your eye. Science has explained that. Science has explained it. It's 13.7, 13.8 billion years old. If you type that into Google, That's what it comes up. It's very simple. And you can actually learn the mathematical equations to learn it and check this yourself. I have. It's actually quite funny if you're a geek like me. There's the cosmic microwave background as well. That's something you can actually hear when you tune into static on the radio. You can hear that. That's the aftermath of the Big Bang. So science has explained all these things, which is why I do not believe in chemtrails, because they're not chemtrails. They're contrails. It's very simple. Water molecules react differently at different temperatures, at different altitudes, at different pressures. Sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't. For the same reason that you can see, sometimes you can see your breath in your face when it's cold and it's crisp, and sometimes you can't when it's hot and it's humid. It's the same with the water molecules reacting with the engine and air pressure, temperature, etc. Altitude. Science explains it. And when you see a chemtrail and it looks, I've heard people say, look, it looks like they've turned the tap off and then turned it on again because it disappeared between that point and that point. I've heard people say it. I've actually heard people say it, believe it or not, with my own ears, in real life. And I have to explain, no, that just means that between there was a different set of different temperature, different pressure, that sort of thing, a different pocket of pressure. Science has explained it, and because science has explained it, I do not have to waste any more time than spending the 10 minutes it took me to do this video in investigating it at all. I don't care how much evidence you have got behind it. Science has already explained it. And if you carry on pushing that theory, not realizing how hypocritical you are if you say the universe is 13.8 billion years old, then, and you can't see that you having this stance basically means that you're the same people who believe that, and the same people who believe that the earth is flat, and the same people believe that global warming is not man-made. Science has already explained it. It's science, bitch. Denying it is useless. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.